Okay, today I have pickups, I have rants, I have all sorts of stuff when it comes to physical media and collecting and movies and cinema and all that stuff, reviews, and we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff today. And it's going to be fun. And I'm wearing my Jaws shirt. And yes, I did watch. Matter of fact, my wife and I, we sat down and we watched Jaws and Jaws 2 on 4K discs, 4K disc back to back because that's what you got to do that now. Okay, so let's look. We're going to look at some pickups. We've got Kolchak the Night Stalker. Yes, from the they had a sale. So we got Kolchak the Night Stalker, more for my wife. Yes, I'm kind of a fan of Kolchak. The whistling just drives me nuts in the theme, right? It drives me crazy. But there's a lot of good nostalgia here. I'm not going to open these right now because it doesn't matter, because we all know, if you're a collector, you know what Kino Lorber stuff looks like, and it's all the same. You know, I mean, I could open. Would you like me to open this just to show how the discs are? Because this is multiple discs. Okay. I'll do it. Be careful. But it's got the slip wrap. There we go. My cat runs out. I have to hide. So my cat loves to eat this stuff. Like, we're like, no, don't eat that stuff. Okay, so yep. And here you go. I think it's exact same. I don't know if this is reversible art. We'll find out. I doubt it. Okay. So this actually, I'm glad I opened this. There's a little Kolchak book that may be of interest to you. Here we go. Here we go. And here we go. 4 discs. With all the episodes. Then we have, because these were like $10 each, American Ninja and American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. Now, these are fun canon films. Michael Dudikoff. It's some of the reason, a small part of the reason why I studied Bujinkan Ninjutsu back in, well, I shouldn't say back in the day. I did it for like 11 years before I moved on to Jeet Kune Do and Kali. And before that, I was doing Taekwondo or Tang Soo Do and Mudokwan. And so these are nice. Got the slips, Confrontation. These are just fun movies. These are great. And they will go with my ninja collection. And then, just because it was kind of cheap, I grabbed Gotcha. No slip with this Anthony Edwards, Linda Ferrantino. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. I saw this in the theater back in the day. What year was this? 85. I was 14 when this came out. And I remember liking it. I don't remember too much about it. I remember a paintball game, which seemed like really fun. Right now, it's like the Gotcha game. I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I have fond memories of this movie, but I don't remember too much about it. So I grabbed it because it was, fairly cheap now. No more than like $10, I think. So I was like, well, I'll grab it for that price. And I've been interested in rewatching this. So that's my Kino pickups. Let's see what else we got. Before I open anything else, I haven't watched the disc yet, but I have Purple Rain. And I'll just Purple Rain. It's all purpley. I remember this was a huge movie not back in the 80s. I did not see this one in the theater. I saw it on HBO. Got Movies Anywhere. And it's very basic. It's just the 4K disc, which is kind of crappy, I think, because a lot of us collectors, like I have a 4K TV up here, but a lot of the collectors I know, in their collecting room, they have an HD TV and their main TV is a 4K. And so they have to go to the main TV. So it's sometimes nice to have a disc that you can play. I mean, you have movies anywhere, so you can still watch it wherever you want. You can still watch it in 4K. Most likely, I think this will be redeemable in 4K. But, it's just nice to have the Blu-ray as kind of a backup. And then any special features or anything like that came with the original. So I'm looking forward to getting back into this and watching this film. It's big. The soundtrack was huge. It was really, really big. Okay. Oh, yeah. Who did I get these? Who did I get this from? I don't remember. Oldies.com. $100 wine voucher. Okay. So what do we got? One Dark Night. Let's talk about this for a second. I saw this in the theater. This was, I don't remember what year this was. I have to look it up, but I was very young when this came out. I'm thinking it was like 82, 83. 82, I was 11. 83, I would have been 12. And I always remember that there's a girl here who she has a toothbrush. She's always I want to say, I'm not going to say, but she always has a toothbrush in her mouth. It's kind of like a Freudian thing, but I always remember that. And they're in this mausoleum, and Adam West, Batman is in this. the my original Batman. Oh, look at this. This is pretty neat. Now that's worth the price of admission alone. That's awesome. I like that little poster. I might frame that because I remember seeing it in the theater. So there's nostalgia to it. I remember going in, and I showed up at the theater because back then you could just walk down to the theater. It was great. And I went in, and my mother would give me a few bucks, and I'd go to the movie theater. She gave me money for popcorn or whatever, and I'd pocket that money. I wouldn't get anything because I wanted to save the cash for anything else I wanted. Oh yeah, this is so. This is also, as you see, you could do the other side. I don't know if I care that much about this other cover art. It's kind of strange, but it is reversible art. So you do get reversible art. I forget how much this was, but it was very, very cheap. And I did have to pay shipping, unfortunately. But I didn't necessarily want to spend more I didn't want to spend like 75 or whatever it was. So if you're collecting this line, it's number 32. I'm not collecting the line. Some people get into that. I don't care. I only get movies that I like. And this was a fun enough movie. It's a lot of nostalgia. So it's nice to own it. I kind of like that. Now, I didn't see this back in the day, but I did see this on like Prime or something at one point. I thought it was okay. It was pretty decent. A French guy who's a martial artist. It was his debut. And it was pretty good for what it was. And this has a slip. This is number 11 in the spine. If you're collecting this line, the special collector's edition, Be Kind Rewind. Yeah, so it's got all the. There we go. 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 Oh, yeah, it's got a clear cover. A clear case, I should say. Oh, and it's got. Again, worth the price of admission. It's got a little poster art. Cool. Town DVD. I don't know if I showed the other. Did I show the DVD? The last one? It's easy to forget to do things. I'm just yapping about the stuff. Let's see. Yeah. MVD, so it's the white as well. Quickly talk about a couple things, couple rants. I just want to let you know this was an exclusive to Walmart at one point. You can get them now on Amazon and stuff. I don't know if you can get this one specifically. This is Beverly Hills Cop, the original, and you get everything, right? You have digital, I think I put the digital in, but you get digital, and you get Blu-ray, and you get DVD, and it's all for one price. It's like $10. But I had some problems with the 4K disc. It froze up twice when I was watching it. And later on, I looked and it didn't look like there was anything on the disc, and there could be. I know people talk about that. So I just want to let you know that this line, I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Have you had issues with that? Let me know about that in the comments down there. And the only other thing, I just want to do a quick rant at Dress Collectors, because I've only seen one person talk about this, and it's kind of crappy, right? So we got Point Break, and Point Break, I am an FBI agent. Ah, right. Oh, yeah, a fun movie. And I almost got the Steelbook, but the Steelbook was out of print. And I looked and it looked like this movie was going to go out of print. And maybe, maybe I'm just crazy, but it looked like it was getting harder to find. And I found it on the only place I could find this movie new at the time when I picked this up was through Barnes and Noble. And so I I ordered it, and as soon as I ordered it and it was on its way, they decided to reprint the steel books. It's like crazy. They're reprinting steel books that were exclusives to Best Buy. And I was like, well, I would have gotten that. So this came in and I was like, I'm just not going to bother. I don't care. I'm not like a huge steelbook collector. I thought the steelbook looked kind of neat in some ways, so I was going to grab it. And it's kind of iconic. But then I was like, I've got this anyway. And you can't see it probably on video, but maybe you can. It's there's a yeah, it's kind of bubbled because what they do, this must have come from a store and it had a sticker on it. And that's a big problem, right? And you get goo gone and all that stuff, and that seemed to, get everything off, but it's still not perfect. And it's, so it was that. And you Barnes and Noble has nothing to do with this, but then the mail, they threw the disc in my small little mailbox in the vestibule outside, and it was just a big cluster. Matter of fact, I had to rip the box up. It was like stuck in there. I couldn't get the box out. So instead of just taking the box and putting it at my door, they shoved it into this little small mailbox, part of the condo community. And it was just like one thing after another just drove me crazy. I'm like, what is going on? But this was definitely a good release. Fun picture discs and everything. Nice little release. Woo-hoo. What's this? Is this the 4K? I just show Blu-ray, yeah, and 4K Shout Select. So this came out pretty well. So anyway, I wanted to show you that and commiserate with you. Do you have any issues, rants? Put them down in the comments. All the rants for collecting. I also did one on the Rocky Rocky rants. Rocky rants. Ah. Okay. So anyway, subscribe, um, pass this around, share it around, put it wherever you want, and and I appreciate it. And just remember, no matter what you do, just keep collecting. And I'll see you next time. Ooh, yeah. The hell was that?